Throughout all the paintings that I made, I was always drawn to using language as an element in my work. But I didn't want to make it, I felt like sometimes you see paintings that, have like a word in it, like a word and well, to just put a word in there to me was like much too directive and limiting in a certain way. And then to just put like letters by themselves, just as an element, that wasn't interesting. So I thought about this problem for 15 or 20 years. This huge bell went off in my head. I was like, oh shit, I can write anything, and it doesn't matter if people understand it or not. I can use language, it gave me like a lot of freedom to just experiment with language. So then I started making these language paintings where I just decided that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use language the way that I use paint. Like in a normal painting, I put like a layer of paint and a layer of paint and a layer of paint. Why don't I just do that with like words? So then I made these like language paintings where I would just like write words on top of words on top of words. So you would get like, if there's so many different ways you can read it. You can read it just like as, and I remember this painting was originally just the basically kind of like the starry landscape. It kind of looks like a nebula or something like that. It had no language on it. And it was on the wall in my living room. And when I would like sit down at night to watch a movie, a DVD, whatever, I would just get up and I would start like scribble. I would start writing on the painting, and made a few of these like language paintings that for me are like very exciting. They're like a different direction than most of my paintings go in. And then, I thought, as I continued to evolve my thoughts about language, I thought, well, um, what are the other ways you can use language? What are the other languages besides like writing something in Chinese, which you don't speak Chinese, or writing in English in this way, using words that create both like a kind of like a literal text as well as hypertext from the various layers. And I thought, well, one of the most beautiful languages to me is physics, a science that points to the things that I'm thinking. It's a science that's catching up with like ancient ideas that really inform my thinking, ideas of unity and multiplicity and ideas of the illusion of time and multi-dimensions and all that. And it is the language that describes that. So I started working with those equations and building them into my paintings, mostly burying them because you don't want to be like you're looking at a blackboard of equations. But they're in there with the other elements in the painting, the figures and the layers, and also mixing it with like sayings like uh, Buddhist teachings or other spiritual teachings, or diagrams from various spiritual teachings mixed in with the equations. And that's what I'm really excited about. It's in some way, it's a big departure from the other paintings that I'm doing. In another way, to me, it's really just another expression of the same thing that's in all those other paintings.